All right, welcome to Player Development's Myth or Fact. Today's statement is that player development is too expensive for most schools. And I will have to say that that is a big myth. Player development is something that you can do. And I mentioned this multiple times at small schools. I have a podcast episode where I talk about how you can do it at a small school. If you think player development is going to be too expensive, I challenge you to do these three. I call them the 3 C's. If you're a smaller program, or if you want to keep a budget down, or you want to add player development, but you don't know how much it's going to cost, you need to connect on your campus. You need to connect with your community, and you need to connect with your conference, specifically for those who are at the collegiate level, right? Those 3 C's can cut costs. I don't think player development is too expensive. I think there are some programs I've seen in college football where I'm going to use Clemson, Paul Journey, for instance. There's coaches that are in Clemson and Paul Journey do an incredible job, and then a coach gets a head coaching job, and they say, hey, I need to hire 5 people like Clemson did, right? Or like we did at Clemson. And then that coach goes to that school, and they go to another school and say, hey, I need to hire as many at this other school. That's where it can get expensive. I think you need to have a plan for what you need to do, right? Because if you see somebody doing this, you see somebody going overseas, you see somebody going to New York or LA, it can get expensive if you don't have a plan of what do we want to get out of this? What is the purpose of this, right? And like I said, you can fall on those 3 resources, your campus, your community, and your conference, to help bring resources to alleviate some costs there. But it shouldn't be expensive. You have alumni, you have mentorship, you have programming, you have local companies that can help you as you create those intentional programs and initiatives for your athletes. So it shouldn't be expensive. And you know what isn't expensive? Purchasing this book and learning more about player development. I'll see y'all next week.